What's up, Gamecock fans? That's right, it's your buddy Rooster. Guess what? Thank God it's Friday. Anyway, wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the Kentucky game. We haven't really gone over the Kentucky game much this week. So this is my Captain Obvious keys to the football game. Before we get into it, please like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. So you will get told. YouTube will notify you every time I put out a video. Anyway, I want to talk about it a little bit. Just to let y'all know, this is take 2 of this video. I just sat down and did this video for about, I think, 15 to 18 minutes, and poof, it just disappeared. It disappeared. I don't know. It's gone out into space somewhere. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about some things I think South Carolina can do that we did last year that we're not doing this year that we need to get back to doing. First, Captain, the obvious thing we need to do is block and tackle, right? Hey, college football for dummies. Block, tackle. But another thing is, last year, Rocket and Oscar both were very good receivers out of the backfield. I think we have to get back to doing that. We need to be able to sneak Oscar or one of the other running backs, get them out into space and get them to football, because last year those guys gained a lot of yards after catch when they had some space and they could catch the football. So I think we need to get back to doing that. I honestly do. But it was something we had seen in the spring game. It took them forever to do it last year, and I screamed about it the first 6 games. And if I have to scream about it again for the first 6 games of this year, I will. Throw the ball to the running backs. Spread it out some. We've talked about a lot of different ways to maybe get this offense moving, maybe help the offensive line. Pass blocking, 1-on-1. Helmet on helmet. Make sure you get someone. And slinging around. We watched Lenore slinging around for 300 yards last week. We know it can be done. We got Nick Harbor. We got a lot of young, up-and-coming wide receivers. Vantravius Jacobs is now healthy, and look how he's playing. He's come along. And I think Jacobs and Harbor is going to battle for who actually is the leading receiver by the end of the year, the way it's looking right now. But Jared Brown made a good catch last week. We saw Brian Rowe get in. And we've seen Donovan Murph get in too and make some plays. So, hell, I call it, if you need to air raid it, go 4 wide, put Oscar or Mo Brown in the backfield to help protect Sellers. Go do it. Hell, we got Tennessee's playbook. We still should have some wristbands laying around somewhere with Tennessee's plays on them. We'll run a little Josh Heupel offense if we have to. Don't forget about that. Hell, we got plenty of sand on the field. We can have Lenore's draw up some plays in the sand. Go some backyard ball. Hey, you run there, you run there, you run there, you run there. Whatever works to win. And we'll talk about the offense first. Got to block. It's college football for dummies. Got to block, got to block, got to block. And that goes for everyone on the team. That goes for the wide receivers. That goes for the O-line. That goes for the tight ends. That goes for the running backs. Everybody needs to do their job. And this offense can be okay. But I do think we are too predictable. We need to do some things that's going to make teams think. What are they going to do? One of the things we did was the 2 running backs. Last week we saw Oscar in at the same time with Matthew Fuller. That kind of worked. Both guys got some yards when they were doing that. We've also seen it with Oscar and Sewell in the backfield. I think it's confusing to a defense, and you can kind of spread them out, because even if you don't hand the ball off and you're throwing it, you got 2 running backs going out the backfield. One can stay in and protect, help block. One goes out on the pass route, or you can send both on the pass route, and you got linebackers are tied up like who's taking who. You know what I mean? Or you taking a safety out. Send the wide receiver, send all the wide receivers at times down the field. Make these DBs turn their back, and Sellers can run, right? We see it all the time where where they send all the guys down the field, and the DB they have to turn their back to run with the wide receivers. Quarterback's taking off, getting 15, 20 yards, first downs whenever you need it. I think we got to loosen that up. Really do. People think, well, we always hear balance. Got to stay balanced. Pass, run. No, you don't. Most coaches will tell you just got to be good at one of them enough to keep the defense honest, right? You want to be great at both, but you can be great at passing and then just run the football enough to keep the defense honest. If you're a really good football team, you just need to pass the ball enough to keep the defense honest. Well, right now we're not a good running team. We can't figure out where to go. The offensive linemen's all twisted up. They're running into each other. Running backs running into the back of the pulling offensive linemen. I mean, it's like the Three Stooges times 1,000 sometimes. And it's head scratching. It's frustrating for us as fans. And we're like, man, this is the simple shit. If we just get the simple shit right, this team will be so much better. But we've talked about so many different ways to try, hey, what can we do? Dude, just whatever you have to win the football game. We talked about on defense, maybe even running a 3-man front. What are you going to do on the 3-man front? Well, I'm going to put Big Gabe in the middle now that we found out he's going to be playing this week. He's a clogger. Our best defensive lineman, according to PFF, he has the highest grade, right? I don't even understand how that shit works. I don't understand how QBR works. None of that. I don't even care how any of that shit works. I just want to win football. Okay? If you had to go 3-man front, I don't care. Throw Gabe in the middle. Throw Nick on one side, Nick Barrett on one side. Throw Monkel Goodwine on the other side. Let Dylan move around on the field where nobody knows what angle he's coming from to kick and bend. He's got speed. Let him do whatever hell. If he has to go out and handle a tight end or something, shit. He's got enough speed and enough size to go out there and defend against a tight end. Hell, and you might see Dylan Stewart get a pick 6. Hell, he's fast enough. They probably ain't catching him if he does get his hands on a football. I mean, no, he ain't Nick Harbor. I ain't trying to go that route. Ain't nobody Nick Harbor. He's a cloud of dust. Anyway, but I'm just saying, anything that works. We just get Justin O. Let's get him as a verbal leader on that defense. Let him talk like the Oak, Arnold Schwarzenegger. People don't know Arnold Schwarzenegger's nickname's the Oak for people that didn't really keep up. I think they call him that more in the bodybuilding circle. But he's the Oak. Let Justin O get in there with that German accent. I'll be back, boys. Kill him. I can't do a German accent. I don't even pay no attention to that. I don't even try it. And I just Volkswagen's about as close as I can get to a German accent. I'm from South Carolina, the swamp land. Lake Marion, baby. I catch catfish. I don't speak German. But anyway, just on the serious side, we get Gabe. You know, he was on the injury list reports. Now it seems like maybe he's going to play. Judge Collier, I think, means a ton to this team coming back. I'm almost at the point. Just put Busey and Gerald Kilgore back there at safety. Those boys act like they want to play. Not saying Peyton Williams don't. He's gotten cooked. DQ Smith had some lackadaisical shit go on in that Vandy game that it's still a head scratcher to me. My dude, you're not being aggressive. You're not attacking the guy with the ball. You got to attack. You know, some people got on Cisse about at least he attacked the guy. Now, the guy got underneath him and still gained about 4 yards stumbling forward, but at least he went in there and attacked the guy. And that running back's big. But anyway, just some things. The obvious things to me that just you got to block. You got to protect. Put pressure on Bole. He's a little under 300 yards for Kentucky. Stop the run, wrap up, tackle. Just a simple, basic 101 football things, man. Get your head in front of the runner. Get your shoulder into his hips. Get your hands behind his knees. That's the way I was always taught to tackle. Head in front of the runner, shoulder in the hip, hands behind the knees so you can pull. You pull at the back of the knee. The guy can't keep going if you're pulling at the back of his knees. Big technique in wrestling, big technique in jiu-jitsu. When you shoot a guy in jiu-jitsu, you shoulder in, hands behind those knees, roll them. It's not, I don't know, maybe we need to send all our guys to jiu-jitsu class. All our defensive guys, we're bringing in jiu-jitsu master to come in here and teach y'all how to roll and get your hands around people and grapple. And believe it or not, you need to send your offensive lineman to kung fu class. When I took kung fu and you were doing hand-to-hand combat, just your regular everyday class, and you're using your hands, our offensive lineman needs to be able to learn how to do that and fight hands off of you. You know, any of that shit works, man. Just line them up, put them in all them martial art classes. To bring martial art masters into the ops building and start teaching these boys that. You damn sure teach them some discipline too and a little bit of respect. It's hard to say. I want to be funny today, right? We've been kind of down all week. What's going on with the team? You got to get through this one. Get through Kentucky. Get the win. You get a bye week. Going into LSU. You can make some more positive changes, but if you can't get the basics down, I don't know what else you're going to do. I mean, it's just as simple as not making mistakes. To stay away from the penalties. Sometimes when you focus too much on one thing, you still do it. Or you focus on not doing something, you do it. I think maybe they're in their head so bad right now about the pre-snap penalties that it's causing them to have pre-snap penalties. You ever thought about something, you're trying to repair something, you thought about it so much you were missing the simplest answer to fixing it? I've done that. It's like, you work your ass off, you get something done, you sit back and you think about it for a minute. I'm like, man, I could have just done it that way and it would have been 10 times easier than the way I did it. Just things like that, man. We got to do things like that, make it simple, and be able to do it. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here for tonight. Like I said, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share the channel, hit that notification bell. We'll be doing my live after the game show again tomorrow. I kind of like that last week. We had a bunch of people. We almost had 100 or so people in the chat section giving their opinions. That was pretty cool. I was reading everybody's chats. I enjoyed that, so we're going to do it again tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning I'm going to drop. I haven't made my picks against the spread, SEC picks. I'll probably drop that tomorrow. Nobody really care. Or I may not, because nobody really care. Anyway, love all you guys. Y'all have a wonderful, safe, beautiful Friday night. Gamecock football tomorrow. Let's go, Gamecocks. Peace.